Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the New Jersey Interscholastic Athletic Association International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 102 Girls Central Regional Wrestling Finals. We're live at Churchill Junior High in East Brunswick, New Jersey. John Kovach, Kierra, Hubmaster, we're at Matt's side. They're introducing the finalists. We have had a long day of wrestling. Today's live stream is brought to you by Diesel Wrestling Academy. Want to train like a champion? At Diesel, we provide elite wrestling instruction, strength and conditioning, mindset training, and a competitive environment designed to push you to the next level. This season alone, Diesel Wrestling Academy has produced 7 female conference champions. There are female-only practices every Sunday from noon to 1 p.m. Follow them on Instagram, Diesel Wrestling Academy. See what it takes to be a champion. Train, compete, dominate, stay savage or die trying. And Kierra, you would be well versed. That's what today required. We have 30 teams, 43 teams, more than 43 teams represented here. We've had matches going all day long, and now we're down to the best of the best. The top 3 advancing to Atlantic City. Jackson Memorial is the team leader with 161.5 points. North Brunswick second with 110. Trenton Central third, 87.5. We're going to get right to the matches, 100 pounds.
We are getting started with Madison Rucci from Jackson Memorial. Her record is 39-1. We have Nola Allen from Marlboro, 34-4.
And a stoppage right off the bat. Rucci is in the black with red. Allen, the blue and gold with the camouflage motif. Rucci 39-1 for her career with 28 pins. She likes to get the job done early.
Rucci's
That's for the
working
season.
a tie, quick shot by Allen. Rucci in with another long single, see if she can bring it up, and she does. She needs to pop the corner, and she got the 3.
Going right to the half, trying to turn the shoulders early on, and we are only a minute into this match. Nice reversal there, though, by Allen. Allen of Marlboro on top now.
Allen's trying to get in a half, but Rucci's chest is too far up, but she has a good base now.
Allen 37 pins, according to Track Wrestling.
As of last year, Allen actually beat Rucci, because in the region last year, she placed 2nd, and Rucci placed 3rd. So this is all over again, just meeting in the finals instead.
Coming up on the end of the first period, 7-2 the lead for Rucci of Jackson Memorial. The Jaguars again well out in front in the team competition. 51.5 points ahead of second place North Brunswick.
Allen's trying to make something. She's been working her ties very well this match so far. Rucci does a quick duck around for the single. Allen seems to be keeping the arm.
I was just going to say, Allen's got that arm, and she's not letting go of it, and that's kind of limiting what Rucci can do from that position.
If she had the other leg, she could have gone for a Peterson, but
10-2,
sure.
Rucci with the lead. We're a minute 15 left in the second period. The 100-pound final of the NJSIAA IBEW Local 102 Girls Central Region Final from Churchill Junior High School in East Brunswick on GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Stalling warning there against Allen. What's happening? You're hearing cheers during stoppages, which you'll hear the rest of the day. The final is going on to our right. That's what we're focused on. To our left are the consolation matches. Both wrestlers in the final, and the winner of the consolation match will advance to the States in Atlantic City, March 6th through 8th. And in the 100-pound consolation match, we just had a result. We'll track that down for you. I believe it was the wrestler from Old Bridge who won. Yes, so that would be Larkin from Old Bridge.
Rucci is leading 10-2.
We are focusing now, and we've had a lag here starting the third period of the 100-pound final between Madison Rucci, the top seed of Jackson Memorial, and Nola Allen, the second seed from Marlboro. Rucci in the red and black, Allen in the white, blue, and gold. A 10-2 lead for Rucci right now, early in the third period.
Allen trying to go back in for that half, keeping her weight very forward. She's on her toes, keeping all the pressure down onto Rucci.
She had good wrist control too, till she brought that arm in for a hook. Now what they'll do also, they won't start a weight class without, the others
she has
going
a cradled lock at the moment. Trying to throw it back, but Rucci is not letting her.
Nola Allen trying to turn it. Rucci had the cradle for a second, and she gets 2 on the reversal, increases her lead to 12-2. And Rucci's going for back points now. Coming up on 30 seconds to go. 12-2 in favor of Rucci of Jackson in the red and black. 3 more for Rucci. Her lead now 16-2. 1 more point ends it with a tech fall. But with 15 seconds to go, that may not happen. Take the major. And I think Jackson has so many wrestlers in the finals, there's no way they can be caught with the lead of more than 50 points. Time expires. Madison Rucci, your 100-pound Central District champion for 2025. Brings us to 107 pounds.
And for 107, we're going to have Ava Bonilla from Jackson Memorial as well. We're going to have Princess Woody from Trenton Central High School.
Woody, the top seed in the region. Bonilla second. Both juniors.
This will be a good match because as we've been looking at the brackets, Woody has pinned every single match she has had today.
She had
She has a quick work 2-3.
Minute and a half, 2:51. Let's see, it's 2:55 and 32, so less than 3.5 minutes on the mat for 3 wins. And she's working from the top right now in the primarily black singlet with the red headgear. That's Princess Woody of Trenton. Ava Bonilla of Jackson Memorial, the team leader, in the red and black.
She's going to power a half right now. She decided against it, though. Her movements are so precise and quick. When you watch her, she's one of the wrestlers that will flow right into the next movement that she has. She's not stopping and thinking. Her body just flows. She's done it so many times.
And it doesn't give the opponent any time to come up with a counter. She's playing chess, and she's 3 moves ahead of you. And she's almost got the shoulders turned here, Kierra. So what I was trying to say, we have, and we're focusing the stream on the finals, which are going on to our right. To our left is the consolation match. They won't start the next weight class if one of the matches is still going.
And she got it.
And amped up Princess Woody is your 107-pound champion for 2025. Again, today's broadcast
is brought to you by Diesel. So, attention wrestling fans, Diesel Academy is proud to sponsor Garden State HSWrestling.com's coverage of NJSIAA Girls Regional Tournaments. Want to train like a champion? At Diesel, we provide elite wrestling instruction, strength and conditioning, mindset training, and a competitive environment designed to push you to next level. This season alone, Diesel Academy has produced 7 female conference champions. That's a lot if you don't know. I'm just saying, that is a lot impressive for a single place. Female-only practices are included every Sunday, 12 to 1 p.m. Join a community of fierce female wrestlers trying to dominate on and off the mat. Follow their Instagram at Diesel Wrestling Academy and see what happens and what it takes to be a champion. Train, compete, dominate, stay savage, or die trying.
Our coverage all year is brought to you by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, the Harrington Companies and Contractors, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies and Medals, and Forum Coffee. So what we have now is the 107-pound consolation match going. They won't start, and that just ended. The winner there is going to be Mitchell from East Brunswick. So Mitchell advances to Atlantic City. And now we'll move on to 114, just getting underway.
So we're going to have Madison Blumenthal from Bordentown Regional High School. And we're also going to have a state champ of last year, Kylie Dudowitz from Howell, with her record being 103-3.
Gudowitz 36-0 with 3 wins to reach the finals. She's the top seed. Blumenthal, who's in the black and gold, is the 2nd seed, and she is 21-1. 2 pins in the decision for her, 3 falls for Gudowitz. Again, we're at 114 pounds, GardenStateHSWrestling.com, bringing you the Central Region Finals of the NJSIAA IBEW Local 102 Tournament. John Kovach, Kierra, Hubmaster, bringing it to you from Churchill Junior High in East Brunswick. Great facility here, by the way. It's an old school gym, but big bleachers. They had 4 mats going most of the day, and they've really been great hosts. 30 seconds left in the first period of our 114-pound final. And it's Kylie Gudowitz of Howell in the blue with a 3-0 lead. 10 seconds to go in the period. Again, top 3 in each weight class advance to the state finals in Atlantic City, March 6th through 8th. And that's the end of the first period, 3-0 in favor of Kylie Gudowitz of Howell. She's in the blue and silver, kind of a camo type pattern. Madison Blumenthal of Bordentown Regional in the black with gold. We've really seen some girls leave it all out there on the mat today, too. And escape there adds to Gudowitz's lead, 4-0. I mean, girls wrestle in multiple matches, pushing beyond what they may have thought they could.
That's what I love about tournaments, is it's where you really find your strengths and weaknesses, and throughout the whole season you're going to see them working on it, and to now finally bring it to like one of the last tournaments for many girls, the regions, learning how to combat like your own weaknesses and turn them into strengths for yourself. We saw a girl today put her absolute all on the mat. It was an amazing match to watch.
And we'll talk a little more, because you have extensive experience in this, about what it takes to really wrestle 4 matches in a day for some of these girls, and how you get yourself mentally and physically ready, wrestle the match, and then rest, and then go through that roller coaster again. And when we have a few minutes, I want to discuss that a little bit and get a glimpse at what it takes. We're watching the 114-pound final. Kylie Gudowitz against Madison Blumenthal. Blumenthal on bottom in the black. Gudowitz of Howell with a 7-0 lead, 25 seconds to go. A stalling caution now against Blumenthal.
Elizabeth Avila of Bricktown.
Ten seconds to go in the period. Again, the top 3 from each weight class will go to Atlantic City. So that'll be both wrestlers in the final match and the winner of the consolation. We'll do live look-ins on the consolation matches as time allows. 7-0 the lead.
Going into the third, they've picked neutral.
Seven 0 still the lead. Up 10-0 now after that takedown for Kylie Gudowitz of Howell. Continuing to work from the top. She's really dominated
Watching
all 3
Kylie,
periods.
I've been noticing that she wrestles to the other opponent's offense. So right now she did a quick slide by, and she brought herself to be in control. She's very slow and meticulous with what she does. And she's been very solid this match. I will say, hasn't had many flaws.
And that explosion was a pin for Donato of Jackson Memorial in the Consi. They add to their lead, which is up to 56.5 points. They have 166.5 points. North Brunswick second with 110. Trenton Central third, 93.5. Again, this is the 114-pound final, 45 seconds to go. A point for stalling awarded to Kylie Gudowitz of Howell. who has an 11-0 lead, 30 seconds to go in regulation. Yeah, it's real. Every move that Blumenthal tries to make, Gudowitz has a counter to.
You're picking up on it. And not to mention that these two were both at states last year. Kylie placed first, and Madison did end up placing third.
And time expires at 11-0 decision.
100-pound place winners in third
Kylie
place,
Gudowitz, your
Bricktown.
114-pound champion for 2025 in the Central region. On to 120 pounds.
So we have Jada Figueroa from Jackson Memorial with her record being 31-4. And then we have Amon Chima from Monroe, whose record is 18-4 this season as well.
And interestingly, we have the top seed, Samantha Dupuy of Ewing, did not make the final.
Was she in,
She lost to Chima in the quarters.
was she in Concies?
She would be in Concies, yeah, I believe. Let's find out. She lost in Concies as well. So she is not wrestling in the Concies. She lost in the semis. No, I'm sorry, she lost in the quarters. And then lost again in the wrestleback round. So here we have Chima. She is in the
gold with the purple accent.
And then Jackson Memorial's Figueroa in the black and red. Thank you. Lost track of who was who for a second.
Happens to the best of us. They're very similar heights.
Yes. No score. Just past the 1 minute mark of the first period at 120 pounds. We're at Churchill Junior High in East Brunswick. GardenStateHSWrestling.com bringing you the NJSIAA IBEW Local 102 Girls Central Region Finals. Today's sponsors again, Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies, Forum Coffees, and the Harrington Companies, the official sponsors of GardenStateHSWrestling.com's live wrestling coverage. Takedown there for Jackson Memorial's Jada Figueroa, the 2 seed at 120 pounds. She has a 3-0 lead as the first period expires.
Quick coin flip. Amon gets choice, defers over to Jada.
And that just seems to be the prevailing wisdom.
It always is.
Defer.
Yeah, in the second period, the coin flip goes to me. I deferred every single time. I don't think there was a single time I've actually.
Which did you prefer?
For me, I preferred bottom because for me, I was always taught to learn to respect the escape point. So if I got that, I always have that to lean back on because God forbid I got taken down in the match, I knew I could escape.
Okay, good. That makes a lot of sense. See, I of the same school of thought. Get me a reversal, get me an escape, starting from the bottom. On top, it's Figueroa of Jackson Memorial, team leaders, Chima of Monroe in the gold, working from the bottom and not being given a lot of room to move by Figueroa. Figueroa with the 3-0 lead, 1:10 left in this second period. Figueroa had a half, and I think if she had swung her hips to her right. She might have been able to get a tilt there. Stalling warning against Chima. Powering back to her feet is Chima. She turns back into it, and she manages a takedown right on the edge. No points yet. And a whistle as the foot comes up, and there are no points of contact. She's given no points. They had put one for an escape on the board. Now they're putting two. It's a reversal. 18 seconds to go in the second period. 3-2. I thought she might get a takedown out of that.
I thought she would have too.
Instead, it's the reversal. They had initially put one for the escape up, but it's 3-2. Figueroa of Jackson Memorial, who's now on bottom with a 1-point lead, 15 seconds to go in the second period, the 120-pound final. And a 1-point escape for Figueroa makes it 4-2. Four to 2, Figueroa with the lead after 2 periods.
Figueroa chooses down for the third period, which I would have picked down too if I escaped the last period like that too.
Yeah, I really thought she was going to get a takedown out of that because she turned, but that immediately took her down, but it did not get the points. Chima on top now, trying to force Figueroa down. She's got a cradle locked in, but standing through it is Figueroa and turning the tables on Chima.
Jada had amazing hip placement there. You can see right now that her hip is trying to get higher than the others, keeping herself higher up and more in control of the situation.
Reversal for Figueroa, her lead now 6-2. With 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the third period. Just barely in bounds. Figueroa trying to work the arm bar. They push it out of bounds, and they'll restart with 1:08 left in the third period. 6-2 the lead for Jada Figueroa of Jackson Memorial in the red with black. Back up to her feet is Chima, and now a stall warning against Figueroa.
Which I don't. Was that a stall call?
They put the fist on the
that
back.
could also mean locked hands.
I think it was a stall because she backed up because they made that a point of emphasis that if you're backing away toward the boundary, that they're automatically issuing a stall. We'll see if it develops. Trying to grind that crossface in is Figueroa, working from the top with a 6-2 lead.
Hitting red zone with 20 seconds on the clock. Jada's trying to stay on top and ride it out.
Keeping an eye on that move. Time's going to run out here, and it's going to be Jada Figueroa of Jackson Memorial with a 6-2 decision. Your NJSIAA Local 102 120-pound champion in the Girls Central region.
107-pound place winners.
Want to follow us on social media? Tell us how to do that, Kierra.
We have Facebook at GardenStateHSWWrestling.com. We have our Twitter at GardenStateHSW, and we have our Instagram at GardenStateHighSchoolWrestling.com. Don't forget to follow us on our YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment where you want us to go next. Your teams, your counties, your site.
So we'll have a delay now. Moving on
107-pound place winners, please go to the podium.
as we wait for the consolation match at 120 to end. And this consolation match is Whitty versus Ocone. Ocone from Point Pleasant. Cecilia Ocone from Point Pleasant Beach. Whitty from Freehold. And that match wraps up an 8-5 decision.
Your 107-pound place winners. In third place, Olivia Mitchell of East Brunswick High School. Second place, Ava Vania of Jackson
For Freeholds,
High School. And in first place, Princess Storm Woody of Trenton
Maeve
Central.
Whitty. Let's move to 126.
So we have Brianna Dugo from Jackson Memorial again. Isn't this their fourth champion? Or at least
Fourth
going for a
finalist,
champion.
yep.
And then we have Liz Mejia from Robbinsville. Brianna did place second at the region last year.
And Jackson Memorial just continuing to pull away. Their lead up to 64.5 points, 174.5. North Brunswick second with 110. Trenton Central third, 93.5. We'll go down the whole lot when we get a chance, but it's really Jackson Memorial in a runaway here.
Brianna got a takedown, leading 3-0. Quick turn.
Dugo in the red, the top seed at this weight class. Gets 3 back points there, doubles her lead to 6-0. I was kind of surprised that Christy Mejia was able to roll through that.
Me too. I did not expect that.
But she's back in the same predicament she was on the bottom as Brianna Dugo of Jackson Memorial tries to turn her shoulders. 45 seconds to go in the first period. We are in the championship for the Central Region at 107 pounds. A very quick pin in the consolation match there.
Coaches, please see Frank Malta for Outstanding Wrestler ballot.
That by Marina Velasco of Lawrenceville.
Once again, coaches, please come to the head table and see Frank Malta for Outstanding Wrestler
And as we
ballot.
end the first period, Brianna showed nothing but dominance being on top. She has the choice, and they choose neutral.
6-0 the lead for Brianna Dugo of Jackson Memorial. Her singlet predominantly red. Christy Mejia, hers black. Liz Mejia, excuse me.
And back to her back again, a quick 3 to Brianna. Brianna giving the automatic escape to Liz, changing the score to 9-1, and changes it again with another takedown, bring it 12-1.
4 points from a tech fall.
And bring her right back up again with a minute left on the clock.
Going for another takedown and getting it is Brianna Dugo of Jackson Memorial. 15-2, 13-point lead. She's 2 points from a technical fall. I'm kind of surprised she hasn't cut yet, because she's a cut and a takedown away from wrapping this up. Stoppage with 24 seconds.
And a quick cut again.
15-3. A takedown here by Brianna Dugo of Jackson Memorial would end this match. A technical fall. There it is. Technical fall, 18-3 with 11 seconds to go.
Attention wrestling fans. Diesel Wrestling Academy is proud to sponsor Garden State High School Wrestling.com's coverage of NJSIAA Girls Regional Tournaments. Want to train like a champion at Diesel? We provide elite wrestling instruction, strengthening and conditioning, mindset training, and a competitive environment designed to push you to your next level. This season alone, Diesel Wrestling Academy has produced 7 female conference champions. It's only female practices every Sunday, 12-1. Join a community of fierce female wrestlers training to dominate on and off the mat. Follow their Instagram at Diesel Wrestling Academy and see what it takes to become a champion. Train, compete, dominate, stay savage, or die trying.
Moving on to 132-pound final. Sophie Babineau against Eudora Pamphile of Trenton Central.
Eudora is from Trenton. Her record is 24-3. And Sophie's record is 27-0. She's undefeated this season, and she placed third at 114 in 2023. And she also placed third again in 2024 at 120. And now she is at 132.
Babineau, the senior from Manalapan, in the red with white and blue, a red, white, and blue look with a camouflage pattern. Pamphile in the blue with gray trim of Trenton Central. No score 45 seconds into our 132-pound final. And this was one of those regions that I thought could go any way.
All champions, please remain in uniform. We will be having a champion photo at the end of the day.
A lot of testing and feinting at
Very
shots
good wrist
here.
fighting right now.
Yes. Shot there by Pamphile. She's got the single leg.
She only has one arm on it, though. Now she connects both.
Trying to pull it in and drive through it, but going with the tight waist is Babineau.
Babineau trying to straighten her out, get that leg back, and she gets the 3. She does.
She does just as time expires. Just at the buzzer. Babineau with the takedown and a 3-0 lead. Again, you are watching the NJSIAA IBEW Local 102 Central District Girls Final. from Churchill Junior High School on GardenStateHSWrestling.com. John Kovach, Kierra Hubmaster with you. Sophie Babineau, the undefeated senior from Manalapan, on top in the red, white, and blue, trying to work her way back to a base. Eudora Pamphile, also a senior from Trenton Central. And what I really liked today was you had full brackets in every weight class.
It's always nice to see that happen. At the beginning of girls wrestling back in 2018 for high school, it was not that way at all.
I mean, you had really girls slotted here and there in the boys' tournaments, right?
Yes.
And now we have a tournament totally dedicated to girls wrestling, and I love seeing this.
It's an amazing feeling. I mean, to see how packed this room was this morning and to see it now, we were talking earlier, I thought they might have to move in the next couple years if girls wrestling continues to grow.
I think they will, and I think you'll see it, and I don't see the growth slowing down. An escape by Pamphile cuts Babineau's lead to 3-1, 30 seconds to go in the second period. We are in the 132-pound final. And a takedown there by Pamphile, and she takes a 4-3 lead, her first lead of the match. Pamphile tight waist, trying to go for the turn, trying to power her way through it and peel the hands off is Babineau. She gets the escape by peeling off a half Nelson in the final seconds of the second period, and we are tied at 4 in the 132-pound final.
That's a wild call. So we are 3-4. Sophie chooses down. Pamphile lets her up to tie it to 4-4. Or 5-4.
5-4. It's 5-4 in favor of Babineau. They had tied it late in the period on that escape when she peeled the half. When Sophie peeled the half Nelson off, that tied it at 4. Like right as the clock was expiring.
So they were tied. She let her up?
She let her up and went down 5-4. Sophie tied it at 4 and then cut her to start the period. Conceded the neutral to start standing up. And that's where we are. 5-4 in favor. No, I'm sorry. Pamphile cut her to let Babineau up. Babineau now up 5-4. I think Pamphile must feel she can get another takedown here based on what she did in that second period. Halfway through the third now, Babineau still clinging to the 1-point lead on that conceded neutral. And I think I see what you're thinking, and I don't disagree with you. Trying to fight off a takedown attempt. Babineau trying to drive through it. Pamphile, the Trenton Central coaches urging her to hurry up because we're at the 30-second mark.
Red zone is hitting hard. She's going to be starting to freak out. Both girls are going to.
5-4, Babineau in the red and blue. There's the shot by Pamphile. Trying to work the single leg, trying to pull it in. Working with her arms around is Babineau in the red. Pamphile in the blue, trying to turn her. Turns her over, gets the takedown right on the edge. That's 3, 7-5 to lead, 2-1. Eudora Pamphile beats Sophie Babineau to claim the NJSIAA IBEW Local 102 Girls Central Region Championship at 132 pounds. That was worth the price of admission alone.
In third place, Marlo Donato of Jackson Memorial. Second place, Madison Blumenthal of Bordentown.
A Attention wrestling fans, Diesel Wrestling Academy is proud to sponsor Garden State HSWrestling.com's coverage of the NJSIAA Girls Regional Tournaments. Want to train like a champion at Diesel? We provide elite wrestling instruction, strength and conditioning, mindset training, and competitive environment designed to push you to the next level. This season alone, Diesel Wrestling Academy has produced 7 female conference champions, and they're probably producing some region champions as we speak right now. Every Sunday from 12 to 1, they have female-only practices. Follow their Instagram at Diesel Wrestling Academy. Train, compete, dominate, stay savage, or die trying.
Moving on in the finals after that thrilling finish at 132, 138-pound. Dominique Lopez of Jackson Memorial, she is in the red with black.
Once again, coaches, we have OW ballots.
Gabrielle Roberts of North Brunswick in the gold and blue. And quick takedown, but they spin out of bounds by Roberts. No points on that. Roberts, the 2 seed. Lopez, the 1 seed.
What's crazy to look at is they were both region champs last year. Different classes. So Gabrielle was the 2024 first region at 138, and on Lopez's sheet, she also has first. I'm curious what weight it was.
Lopez open scoring with a takedown. We've got an out-of-bounds stoppage with 1:11 left in the first period. This is the 138-pound final of the NJSIAA IBEW Local 102 Central Region Final from Churchill Junior High in East Brunswick. John Kovach, Kierra Hubmaster with you at match side. Reversal there by Roberts cuts Lopez's lead to 3-2. Lopez continuing to work the side. Dangerous attempt there, and I think there's a little bit of pain there for Lopez. She was kind of...
She was making her face there.
Really
yeah.
Contorting it, and still is, and kind of grabbing at her shoulder, trying to power through this move as Roberts works her back. Roberts trailing 3-2, coming up on 10 seconds to go. Roberts with the 3/4 Nelson trying to get the twist. First period ends 3-2. Dominique Lopez, the top seed from Jackson Memorial, with a 3-2 lead over Gabrielle Roberts of North Brunswick. And Jackson Memorial just continuing to add to their lead. They are up to 180 points. North Brunswick in second, 113.5. Here we're at 138 pounds. Dominique Lopez of Jackson Memorial in the red and black. Gabrielle Roberts of North Brunswick in the blue and gold. Nifty move and a takedown by Lopez, but Roberts quickly reverses it. It's 6-4, and Roberts has Lopez in a predicament. Trying to get weight up on the chest. They're looking closely at the shoulder blades. Roberts got to shift her body up a little bit higher to make this happen. And there's the pin. With 1:05 left in the second period, Gabrielle Roberts of North Brunswick with the pinfall claims the 138-pound championship in the Central Region of the NJSIAA IBEW Local 102 Girls Regional Finals. Today's stream and all of our coverage is sponsored by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, Harrington Companies and Contractors, Apex Wrestling School, performance trophies and medals, and Forum Coffee. We're going to do a live look in on the consolation match here at 138. And this pits Dominguez against Adilnabi. Abdelnabi of Hamilton Dominguez of Lakewood. Can't really, we're behind a corner here, so it's been tough here to get a look. It's 7-1 in favor of Abdelnabi. Abdelnabi in the orange and black. Dominguez, the black with blue. 7-2 the score now. Abdelnabi still with the lead. No escape there. Still 7-2. Again, we're bringing you the finals. Both finalists and the winner of the consolation match, which is what we're peeking in on right now, advance to Atlantic City in 2 weeks for the state finals. Boys regionals will be next weekend. And you could tell from the eruption from the Hamilton
Hey guys, do you own a local business? Become a sponsor. We have multiple opportunities for you guys. Sponsorship opportunities available for team pages and live stream coverage. How do you become a sponsor? You can click the Your Logo Here button on your team's page or email us at
Melanie Contreras of North Brunswick. Second place, Sophie Babineau of
send an email to admin at gardenstatehswrestling.com. And we'll get right back to you.
And now we're on to 145 with Rosabella Kearns from Freehold Township and Charlize Shalam, I'm sorry, I'm going to butcher that, from Point Pleasant Borough. And again, we also have 2 first place regions placers. So last year, in 2024, Rosabella Kearns placed second, and in 2023, she placed first. And then Charlize placed first as well.
Sorry, I was being asked a question by a coach or a family member about what the wrestlers should do after the matches while we were restarting this match. So I need to figure out just what's going on. It appears a 3-0 lead for, that's going to be Schlam of Point Pleasant. And we have a stoppage to check on. We're going to take a
break and follow us on our social media at GardenStateHSWWrestling.com on Facebook, on X at GardenStateHSW, and on Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling.com. Hey guys, we are a YouTube channel. Why don't you give us a like, a subscribe, comment on where I'd like to go next. We're always trying to improve and do better. And let's try to continue with the matches.
We're on an injury timeout in the final here. We're going to do a look in real quick on the consolation match. The consolation match. Oh, no, we're going to scratch that. We're going to go right back to 145. Rosabelle Kearns of Freehold Township. And she is taking on Charlize Schlam of Point Pleasant. Schlam a junior, Kearns the top seed, a senior. Kearns in the black. I believe I have that wrong. I'm trying to get a better look here.
She needs to sit because she's racking back points right now.
Swings the hips over, and that gets the pin. And that's Freehold Township in the blue. So the pin goes to Rosabelle Kearns. The top seed. She is your 145-pound champion. And today's stream is presented by Diesel Wrestling Academy of North Brunswick. They provide elite wrestling instruction, strength and conditioning, mindset training, competitive environment designed to push you to the next level. We're looking in again on the consolation match. Again, the winner of the consolation match joins both finalists in Atlantic City in 2 weeks. Here we have Trenton Central's Eileen Morales. And bear with me a second. Natalia Rusin of Middletown. This match, this consolation match that we're looking at, is 3-3. With a minute and a half to go.
So speaking of making it to AC, all the finalists for the regions have to fill out a paper with all their information. So when they do Lehighs, it gets taken out. I know that a lot of girls have scribbled out their own career record, as have I, because I could never keep track of it. And it's cool to see that our next match at 152 has a first place state champion from 2024. So I'm excited to see the next match. We do have 4 matches left of this live stream.
We have a 4-3 lead in this consi with 45 seconds to go. There's a takedown, makes it 7-3. Trying to see who that is, looking through the... and a pin, and that is going to be, I believe, Middletown South's Natalia Rusin with the pin.
Anyway, attention wrestling fans, we are sponsored today by Diesel Wrestling Academy. This season alone, Diesel has had 7 female conference champions. I'm sure they've had a bunch of region champions after today. You should check them out on their Instagram at Diesel Wrestling Academy, and you can see everyone that has won today. They have female-only practices every Sunday from 12 to 1. Follow their Instagram. Train, compete, dominate, stay savage, or die trying. We're entering the 152 match, and speaking of Middletown High School, School South. They just had an amazing hug, and her teammates up next, Thea Rowland, who also placed first in the state at 145. And then we have Bridget Haddon from Raritan High School. She placed second in the region last year, and she placed 8th in the state. Rowland in the blue and gray, and Bridget in all black.
A quick pin by Rowland of Middletown South. Just 26 seconds into the first period, and Thea Rowland of Middletown South is your 152-pound Central Region champion.
Hey guys, follow us on our social media at GardenStateHighSchoolWrestling.com. We have our Facebook at GardenStateHighSchoolWrestling.com. We have our X account at GardenStateHSW, our Instagram at GardenStateHSWrestling, where we post a bunch of interviews. We're also going to be interviewing the outstanding wrestler and the coach, the best coach award, or what's the award technically called?
We're going to try to get the champ. We'll also see if they give out the coach of the year. Yesterday we did the coach of the year because we were unable to get the district champ. And I would wager that the regional champ is going to be Jackson Memorial, which has a lead of 180 points. Well, North Brunswick in second has 119.5. And no, I can't do the math because I'm kind of just tired. 165 on the mat. Emily Breen of Point Pleasant. Ella Johnson of Hamilton East Steiner.
So, Ella Johnson from Steinhardt, she actually placed first at the region and 8th at states. And then we also have Emily Bronk from Point Pleasant Borough. As far as I can tell, Ella's record is 23-4. Emily's whole career record has been 13-1. This is her first season, and she's done very well from what it looks like.
We are going to peek in on the 152-pound consolation match between Pollard and Toth. Toth from Point Pleasant. Eliza Toth, 18-8, a sophomore. Sadikia Pollard of New Brunswick. One nothing the score in this consolation match. Again, our live streams all year brought to you by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, the Harrington Companies and Contractors, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies and Medals, and Forum Coffee. So, yeah, when we have a quick pin, they aren't going to start the next match on the finals mat until the consi is over. So we're going to look in on the consi. Again, it's going to be both wrestlers in the final and the winner of the consolation match. So I promised earlier that I would ask you, so how do you manage this roller coaster of getting physically and mentally ready for 4 matches spaced out over a day? I mean, this started 7 hours ago, and some of these girls are in their 4th match.
Some could be in their 5th. With tournaments going on, you cannot count on how many people are going to show out if anyone gets hurt. If more people are added and miss their own weight class. I've had days where I went to a tournament, I had 2 matches, and I've had days where I had 6 or 7. It is brutal you cannot tell what time you're going. You're automatically allotted 30-minute breaks in between, but you cannot guarantee that it would be between 30 and like an hour, or it could be longer. If you're a first seed, you have a bye, so you miss the whole first round, and you're having agita watching all the other girls wrestle before you. I try to calm myself the best I can. I usually I would warm up in the hallways, or I take a step back. I listen to my music and get into myself, because I can't focus on everything around me. The only thing I can control is myself. So if I put myself in a corner, warm up slowly, my old head coach would come over, tap me saying I'm up in 3, then I go over and start warming up for that. It's very taxing.
Might be an unfair question. What's harder? A shorter break, like a half hour, or an hour break?
An hour break.
Just mentally, physically, or both?
Both. So with the longer break, you're sitting there wondering when's my next match. Oh, it's going to be up soon, and then it's not. Oh, it's going to be up soon, and then it's not. And if you warm up your body and waste too much energy too quick, that hour break will not help you. I had an issue. I couldn't. I guess for me, I couldn't really eat in between matches. To me, it upset my stomach more because of how anxious and trying to get into my, my feelings and get everything set in stone, that I couldn't really eat in between. And if I had an hour, say a girl tries to eat something and then she thinks she has more time and that hour isn't guaranteed, then, oh, she just ate, got on the mat, she wrestled as hard as she could, and then she had to go to the bathroom after and get sick. There's things you can't control. It's very hard. I give credit to anyone that has done tournaments.
What about hydration?
Hydration? Oh, I love me water.
I love me some water.
I went down 2 or 3 bottles of it. I'd sip on one. I used to take honey packets because everyone wanted energy drinks and everything. But with honey, it's a natural sugar. So instead of having that drastic fall that artificial sugar gives you, the honey is a lot slower, so you can keep refilling it. So I'd have a honey packet 10 minutes before my match, or when I get 3 bouts behind, and then I'd head out.
You're causing me to rethink my routine and my diet and everything right now. I will tell you that. We are still watching the consolation match at 152 pounds. Pollard of New Brunswick, Toth of Point Pleasant, a 1-0 match in the waning seconds.
Of Hamilton West. Second place,
and the winner
of Jackson Memorial,
of that consolation,
Roberts from North Brunswick.
Eliza Toth, the sophomore from Point Pleasant. She's headed to Atlantic City. Now we're back to 165. You have the wrestler from Steiner, Ella Johnson. She is in a gray and green, and guessing kind of almost
robotic looking?
I was thinking medieval. I'm not. And in the black and gold, it's Emily Bronson. I'm sorry.
I can't read the writing. I'm trying my best. I'm so sorry, Emily.
Emily Breen. And she is also from Point Pleasant. She is in the black and gold. Point Pleasant putting a lot of wrestlers in these mid to upper weight class finals. We are at the NJSIAA IBEW Local 102 Central Girls Regional Finals. Again, the 2 finalists and the winners of the winner of the consolation headed to Atlantic City the first weekend in March.
Emily just getting free on the edge of the mat, getting recentered.
Quick pin in the consolation match by Old Bridges.
Place winners, please go to the podium. 145 to the podium.
Sophia Souza, who was the top seed in this weight class, the junior coming in at 26-5. Here in the final, we're watching Ella Johnson of Steiner. She's in the gray and green. Emily Breen of Point Pleasant in the black and gold.
With a quick escape.
Breen still has a 3-1 lead. 45 seconds to go in the first period. Wrestling near the edge, kicking the leg out is Breen. She gets 3 for the takedown, extends her lead to 6-1, starts to work on the back.
I'm very impressed by Breen. So she is a senior. This is seems to be her first season because her career record and her season record match. She's going against Ella Johnson, who won the region last year and placed 8th at states. And she also upset the first seed of this bracket. And she has shown nothing but impressive growth within a single season of wrestling. And that's what I love about women's wrestling right now. It's still so young where you can join being a senior or a junior and you can still make it to regions. You can still grow as much as you can. You can catch up. That's how quick the sport can evolve.
Exactly. It's unfortunate that there weren't opportunities earlier. However, there's so many opportunities now for young girls to get involved in wrestling. We're in the second period of the 165 Central Region Final between Breen of Point Pleasant, who's on top trying to get the pin, and Johnson of Steiner.
And she did it. Emily Breen from Point Pleasant Bureau did her record to 14-1 and is now the champ of the Central Region at 165.
4 pins today for Emily Breen. 29
Incredible.
seconds, 38 seconds, 3:43, and this one just after the start of the second period. Again, our coverage all season brought to you by Champion Athlete Sports Nutrition, the Harrington Companies and Contractors, Apex Wrestling School, Performance Trophies and Medals, and Forum Coffee. We are through 1-8 to the 185 final.
We have Tavani Matstadi from Lawrence High School, and her record's 26-2. She's going to be in the brownish with the red accents and the red headgear. We have Daniela Pasolas from Lakewood High School. Her record's 17-1. She's in the black shorts with the blue and black top.
Palacios, the top seed coming into today.
She placed last year first in the region at 185. In 2023, she placed second at 165. In both years, she placed 7th at states.
A lot of upper body, head work, trying to get a grip here early on in this first period. No score, we're just past the 1 minute mark. Again, we want to thank the staff here at Churchill Junior High in East Brunswick and East Brunswick High School Wrestling, who have really helped us out today and really put on a top-notch event for the girls. We've got 4 regionals going on today. We're live streaming 3 of them. You talked a little bit about YouTube earlier. I know I'm going to go home and watch the other regionals sometime over today, tomorrow, Tuesday, but I will watch all of the regionals.
It's so nice to experience a different region because I am from North. I worked the North region last year. It's cool to see a different
in the North region. Well, Wrestle didn't even have regionals at that point.
No, but last year I did the live stream.
Did?
I did the live stream.
Oh, okay.
I haven't wrestled since 2022.
Okay. Wrenched down. Matisetti with no point there on a takedown. A 1-0 lead for Daniela Palacios of Lakeland. A lot of upper body struggle here at 185 pounds. Really been a test of upper body strength thus far.
As you get into the higher weights, it is a lot more upper body. When you're really thinking about it, your legs are so strong naturally as a woman. If you take a man and a woman, same age, same weight, same workout routine, same eating habits, same everything, the guy's upper body is always going to be stronger, and the woman's legs will always be stronger than the man's. And so when you get into these upper weights with more muscle and body you can move, they're so strong down there that it's more about the upper body wrestling, because it's hard to move more weight as a woman with your arms.
If you're a young woman wrestling at, say, 185 or 235, and you have the quickness to do, say, a single leg or double leg shot, does that give you an advantage because you can eliminate a strength?
Definitely, I'd say so. You really don't see. So once you get to the upper weights, it's very rare to see shots because how much weight you're putting onto yourself underneath. If you could actually hold yourself up still with how much weight is on top of you.
And I'm really appreciating the insight you can give us as somebody who's been out here.
I mean, I wrestled 185, I've wrestled 235, and I've wrestled 165 as well. I've been to the beginning of the upper weights, I've been in the middle, and I've been at the end.
1-0 the lead for Palacios after 2 periods. We're going to start the third. Palacios on top, muscles.
Palacios trying to work a quick half, trying to break her back down.
Trying to work Matasetti down. She kind of threw her down coming out of the referee's position.
Ooh, and a quick escape.
And we're tied at 1 with just over a minute and a half left in regulation here in the 185-pound Central Region Final. The tournament sponsored by the NJSIAA and International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 102. John Kovach, Kierra Hubmaster. We're at Matt's side. We'll get a stoppage out of bounds. Matasetti's coach trying to encourage her. Minute 5 to go in regulation. She's tied at 1 with Daniela Palacios of Lakeland. And it just from the crowd reaction, it sounds like there's a really good match going on in the concert to our left. More upper body grappling.
What's very interesting is actually both season records are very similar. Devani only has 2 losses and Daniela only has 1.
And we have a stoppage for medical attention for Matasetti.
152-pound place winners in 3rd place.
Hey guys, do you own a local business? Become a sponsor. Sponsorship opportunities available for team pages and live stream coverage. How do I become a sponsor? Look for your local here button on your team's page or email us at admin@GardenStateAgentsWrestling.com. Don't forget, we still have openings for this year. We only have a couple of things left, but also come apply for next year. We're probably gonna have a bunch of openings for that. And back to wrestling. A quick recovery by Matasetti. And on Total Girl Talk, you're not going to understand this. Matasetti actually taped the back of her singlet, which is so smart. Because if you have a men's cut singlet, as a girl, you will get dress coded if it's too low. Because it makes you uncomfortable. You want to be comfortable in what you wrestle, right?
Absolutely.
She taped it back. I wish I knew about that.
Are we seeing...
And she's going back for the pin.
Palacios, the top seed, with the pin.
And she keeps her record to only 1 loss, moving it to 18-1.
With 2 seconds remaining in the match. Are we starting to see wrestling gear more tailored to women?
Yes, we are. We slowly are. I will say my freshman year, attention wrestling fans, before we go over anything else, Diesel Wrestling Academy has sponsored us today at Garden State High School Wrestling.com's coverage of NJSIAA Girls Regional Tournaments. Hey, do you want to train like a champion? At Diesel, we provide elite wrestling instruction, strength conditioning, mindset, and a competitive environment designed to push you to your limits. This season alone, we've had 7 female conference champions. I'm sure they're going to be posting a lot more of their region champions on their Diesel Academy on Instagram. Train, compete, dominate, stay savage, or die trying, guys.
So, are we seeing more wrestling gear as we watch the end of this consolation match at 185 pounds? Are we seeing more wrestling gear tailored for women? Because I think it was early on that you got the men's hand-me-downs.
Yeah, so my freshman year, I wore all the same stuff as all the KT men's wrestlers. I had the tights. I got the singlet from the upstairs basement. We had the same everything. I remember getting dress coded multiple times and having to put t-shirts under my clothes. Or having to wear the headgear hair covers, because at this point there's so much more leniency to the uniform of wrestling for women now, and it's so much, it's easier to buy actual female singlets. I mean, Rudis has been releasing it. A family friend of mine, Chicks Wrestling, owns entire female-only singlets. It's amazing. Anyway, heading to our heavyweight match, we have Giovanna Farrell Byers from Howell High School and Rakai DeGracie from North Brunswick Township.
Howell in the blue, North Brunswick DeGrasse in the design, the blue and silver. And in the 185 consolation match, that was a win for Hightstown, Kierra, and I know I'm going to pronounce this wrong, Hustetalian.
Yeah, I can't help you.
Yeah, I apologize. I'll just apologize now. 235 on the mat.
What's very interesting is that they actually placed second and third next to each other in the regions last year. So Giovanna was second and Rakai was third.
Farrell Bayer in the blue with the blue and gray with the design. DeGrasse in the blue and gold. The team title wrapped up some time ago by Jackson Memorial. They have 180 points, 119 and a half for North Brunswick going into this final here. Trenton Central with 101.5, 86 for Lakewood in fourth place. Howell with 83, they're in fifth. Old Bridge 78 in sixth. Point Pleasant Borough 77 and a half. They've added a bunch recently to lock up seventh. Lawrence Senior High School 68 and a half, they're in eighth. East Brunswick 67 and a half, they're in ninth. Middletown South 63 in 10th.
And going back to the match, Rakai is on the bottom. We have Giovanna on top. We are still tied 0-0.
Giovanna
has some fans
She
behind.
has some fans behind us, and she's working from the top, trying to keep DeGrasse down. Trying to get a turn now. Almost rolled too far, but recovers it. Impressive there, the way she, with one arm, brought her down.
If Rakai actually got her arm under the leg instead of reaching over the body, she probably wouldn't have gotten turned back to back. She probably would have been able to get the two there. And Lakewood locks in another person going to Atlantic City for heavyweight.
That is going to be Perla Castillo, the senior who just won third place in the consolation match. No score here in the final at 235 between top-seeded Giovanna Farrell Bayer, and Rakai DeGrasse of North Brunswick. Farrell Bayer still trying to work the top. About 45 seconds remaining in the second period. They're close to the edge. And a conceded neutral by Farrell Bayer gives DeGrasse a 1-point lead. Just under 30 seconds to go in the second period of our 235-pound final.
Giovanna trying to throw the headlock, and she does.
Throwing a pin.
That's
by
one way to do that.
Giovanna Farrell Bayer, an impressive finish there.
Amazing.
Just to throw, grab the headlock, work the hip throw, get the pin, and earn the title at 235 pounds.
That's why when I say red zone is the last 30 seconds of the match, or that period, they're going to be trying to throw more moves, more exciting things in. And she locked in, she did it. And anyway, attention wrestling fans, Diesel Wrestling Academy is proud to sponsor Garden State HSWrestling.com's coverage of NJSIAA Girls Regional Tournaments today. Want to train like a champion? At Diesel, we provide elite wrestling instruction, strength and conditioning, mindset training, and a competitive environment designed to push you to the next level. This season alone, Diesel Wrestling has wrapped with 7 female conference champions, and I'm sure on their Instagram at Diesel Wrestling Academy, they have posted all their regional champions as well. Train, compete, dominate, stay savage, or die trying.
Welcome to the Harrington Company's press box. John Kovach, Kierra Hubmaster. Again, Jackson Memorial. No surprise there, is your champion in the team competition of the NJSIAA IBEW Local 102 Girls Central Region Championship. The Jaguars 180 points, North Brunswick's 119.5. Trenton Central in third with 101.5. Lakewood climbs to fourth with 90 points. Howell to fifth with 89 points. Old Bridge sixth with 78, 1/2 point better than Point Pleasant Burrows, 77.5. Lawrence Senior High School eighth with 68.5 points. East Brunswick 67.5 in ninth. Middletown South with a couple of late championships, 63 points. They finished 10th, just ahead of Ewing with 62.5. Hamilton West third with 58. Marlboro 57. Freehold Township 52 in 14th. Manalapan 50 even there in 15th. Hillsborough and Hopewell Valley 49 points tying for 16th. Hamilton East Steiner 48th, they're 18th. Heightstown in 19th with 42. Robbinsville 20th with 38 points. Brick Township 35.5 for 21st. Monroe Township 30 points for 22nd, tied with Raritan. Bordentown Regional 24 points, 24th. South Brunswick 22 to take 25th. Just 1 point ahead of 26th place Long Branch, 21.
And that is not even all the teams that were here today. We've had over 30 teams come here today for this region. It's been amazing. Jackson did walk away with it, but I think this is a big step ahead for women's wrestling?
I've done a handful of women's matches this year, and each time I've been impressed by the level of participation and by the skill that I've seen. And this one really blows me away to see how crowded it was, and I'll post a photo of the early crowd on our social media, and the crowd inside the gym was really into it. We saw some great wrestling, and it's just going to continue when the top 3 in each region come together in Atlantic City in 2 weeks to crown state champions.
And please do not miss that. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be the top 9 girls, first 3 from each region, and it will be a perfect start to the preseason of summer.
Watch our social media. We'll have the naming of the outstanding wrestler as well. That's going to do it for us from Churchill Junior High School. For Kierra Hubmaster, Zach Komar, Jack Barber, this is John Kovach. Thanks for tuning in on GardenStateHSWrestling.com.